Okay? But the blind man was trying to tell him the truth. Look, he done that. You know, through this power of the Heavenly Father, he done that, man. He healed me. I was healed through faith. He was trying to tell them, but they ain't want to listen. But the point that I wanted out of there is that you had Israelites back then who were Moses' disciples, basically like it was all about the law, man. Okay? It was all about the law. Okay? Because what he had did was, who the world enemy called Jesus had healed them on the Sabbath day, and they was looking at him like he broke the Sabbath. Okay? Craziness, man. Go ahead.
So verse 29, we know that the Most High spake unto Moses, as for this fellow, we know not from whence he is.
About the Most High was going to raise up YAHAWASHI, man. It tells you right there. But they saying they are disciples of Moses, man. But then that shows you how blind they are, how blind they was. And the blind lead the blind, and what? They both fall in the ditch. And then when you deal with that word ditch, when you go deep into it, it's basically like somebody who don't got the understanding of the Heavenly Father and His Son. So what's going to happen with that? If you ain't got the understanding of the Heavenly Father and His Son, you're going to be put to death. Okay? You're going to be put to death, man. Okay? Thinking that you can keep the law 100% on your own, you out of your mind, man. Okay? That's why we need a Savior, man. That's why YAHAWASHI came upon the scene for mercy, man. Okay? But they were still talking about we Moses disciples. Hey, that's IUIC. That's all they talk about is the law, the law, the law, the law, the law. So read that one more time.
This is John chapter 9, verse 28. Then they reviled him and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples.
See? So IUIC, that's the vibration they got on. The law, the law, the law, the law, the law. Okay? Which they can't even keep it. Okay? Because if they keep the law, guess what happened? That murder case would be in their congregation. Scripture say thou shalt not murder. It say, when you look up the word, when you go in Exodus 20th chapter, the word kill there. But when you look it up, it means murder. Okay? Assassinate. So they didn't broke that law. It's in their congregation. That's what happened, man. But it was sanctioned by the Heavenly Father and His Son, because don't nobody make no move unless the Heavenly Father and His Son allows it. Okay? So the Heavenly Father and His Son used that wicked congregation over there in London to murder that woman, and now you gotta be judged by Esau. And the Most High like shit, whatever. Whatever. You out there now. Now you got a stain on IUIC because of that situation. And they sitting there trying to hold back the water. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna deliver Israel from Egypt. And here it is, got a murder case around. You know what I'm saying? But then they'll run around and say the law, the law, the law. Oh, you Moses' disciples. You know what I'm saying? You Moses' disciples. So read that again, Doc.
This is John chapter 9, verse 28. Then they reviled him and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples.
See that? They said they Moses' disciples. That's the vibration of IUIC, man. They Moses' disciples. So that's all they talk about is the law, the law, the law. Go ahead.
Verse 29.
Where your fringes at? Well, I say where your phylacteries at. Go ahead.
Verse 29. We know that the Most High spake unto Moses, as for this fellow, we know not from whence he is.
Yeah, so that's why they don't recognize us, because we got the spirit of power. YAHAWASHI knows y'all. And their leader said, anybody that call upon their name, they are wicked. You know? So they ain't looking at us like, man, we don't know who y'all are. You know? We Moses' disciples. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. All right, give me Matthew the 17th chapter. And we're going to start at the top. Yeah, man. That's the way they look at it, man. But the scriptures plainly tell you, man, what it is, man.
This is Matthew's, it says chapter 17.
Okay.
This is Matthew's chapter 17, verse 1. And after 6 days, YAHAWASHI taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart.
So, they up there in the high mountain, apart from everybody, right? Go ahead.
And was transfigured before them.
So, when you go into the etymology, matter of fact, look up that word transfigured. When you go into the word in the etymology of transfiguration, what it is YAHAWASHI was turned into a greater glory, so to speak. He was changed into a greater glory. Okay? He was changed better. Anyone you can grab. Yeah, I know about that one. That's why I said it. I like it about the anyone you can grab. I know about that one. That's what I meant to say. I should have said the blue letter instead of anyone. See what the blue letter means up. Let's see what we can grab out of the blue letter. I ain't gonna go too far into it. Unless the spirit make it. What do you say? Metamorphao is strong G 3339, right? And it says to change into another form, to transform, to transfigure, right? A Mashiach appearance was changed and was with divine brightness on the Mount of Transfiguration. Okay? So what it was it was changed. It was changed into another form, into glory. Okay? That's what they was witnessing YAHAWASHI do. Okay, go ahead.
And his face did shine as the sun.
So his face did shine as the sun. Why? Because he had the knowledge. When you read Ecclesiastes, matter of fact, get that, Ecclesiastes 8:1. He had that knowledge, man. So his face was bright, man. He had that knowledge.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1.
8.
Verse 3 and 8.
Chapter 8.
Oh, so like
Verse 1 on down.
this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 1. Who is as the wise man? Question. And who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? Question. A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed.
See that? The wisdom. So go back to Matthew.
This is Matthew chapter 17, verse 2. And was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun.
His face did shine as the sun. Why? Because he had wisdom, man. Okay, go ahead.
And his remnant was white. And his raiment was white as the light.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him.
So here it go. Here it go. What's going on right here? What's going on right here is the Most High, because you got to remember, Moses was a great man, okay? And Elias, okay, going into Elijah was a great man, okay? And they were men of the Lord, okay? And Israel followed them, okay? And Israel believed in them men, okay? And they was prophets, okay? But the Most High is showing you, look, this who you should follow, okay? So he showed you Moses, he showed you Elijah, okay? And then he showed you YAHAWASHI. So that's what he was doing. But who you should follow is who? YAHAWASHI, man. So go ahead.
So verse 4, then answered Peter and said unto YAHAWASHI, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, this is my beloved Son.
See that? So that's the Most High showing them and giving them the green light to, hey, say, look, follow him. Follow him, okay? Because you got to remember, when you go into history, when you read these scriptures, okay, Moses was great, Elijah was great, and here it is, YAHAWASHI, man. But then when you read over there in John 9 and 28 on down, what did they say? We Moses disciples, but the Heavenly Father, we know the Heavenly Father talked to Moses.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We don't know. Yeah, he talked to YAHAWASHI. But here it is right here. He's speaking to YAHAWASHI. He said, this is my beloved Son, man. Hey, Israel was blind back then, the leaders of Israel was blind back then, and they blind today. Just like Nate, he's blind, man. The Most High have stripped them, man, from the word of life, man. So Nate just doing his own thing, man. And you got his congregation following that, man. They just doing their own thing, man. Okay? It looks like they got it, but they don't. And we can see it. Go ahead.
In whom I am well pleased.
In whom I am well pleased. Go ahead.
Hear ye him.
Hear ye him. So he brought Moses, right? He brought Elias, which is Elijah, and he had YAHAWASHI. And what did he say? Hear ye him, which is who? YAHAWASHI. See that? It's in the scriptures. But you think Nate congregation searching scriptures like that? No. No, they don't search it like that. They Moses disciples. Okay? Moses symbolically, Nate is symbolically doing what Moses was doing, but he done it all wrong. Where's the staff at? And then on top of that, you act like Nate is going. The people in this congregation act like Nate is going to deliver them out of America, aka Egypt. That ain't gonna happen, man. It's the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. So right there, who we supposed to follow? YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, that's who we supposed to follow. YAHAWASHI, man. But Jake just can't get it. They following Esau in 2/3.
Oh yeah, they were out.
That's who they following, man.
They went to the little place.
They're following Esau in 2/3, man. Go ahead.
So verse 6. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were sore afraid.
Yeah, go ahead.
And YAHAWASHI came and touched them and said, Arise, and be not afraid. Verse 8. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man, save YAHAWASHI only.
Go ahead.
And as they came down from the mountain, Yahawashi charged them, saying, tell the vision to no man, until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead.
Go ahead.
Verse 10, and his disciples asked him, saying, when then say the scribes that Elijah must first come? Verse 11, and Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
Right.
Verse 12, but I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them.
Yeah. So it's the same, man. Israel did what they did to John the Baptist. Okay? Okay? And they didn't, they didn't believe. They didn't believe. You had them leaders. Some didn't believe in John the Baptist, what he was saying, man. And you had some did, man. You had some Israelites believe. You had some that didn't believe. Same way with YAHAWASHI, man. You had some believe and some didn't believe, man. Just like you got them today. You got some believe us what we saying about nature, and then some don't, man. We come in the name of YAHAWASHI, man. We telling you, look, the Most High is at war with Nate, man. He's at war with Nate, man. Okay? And if you continue with riding with him,